And all ready to start the stream up. It's Lady Pink is here. Welcome to Raw Chaos coverage, folks, on Network Furious Nation here to give you the recap of this week's Raw in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Nick, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. Just got off the Raw watch along where Jey Uso unfortunately advanced to the King of the Ring semis. Some nasty business. I mean, Rikishi is bitching and moaning on social media. Oh, my son is there's an injustice against my son. All the WWE writers should be fired. You're disrespecting the NY Samoan legacy. How could you do such? How could you do this to Jey Uso? Take the world title off him this quickly.
He sucks.
Fuck Rikishi. Rikish. Seriously, from me to you. Did Undertaker really give you one too many cell bumps back 25 years ago, bro? Seriously, I'm wondering.
He flipped too hard back in the day.
I really think Mark Calloway gave him one too many choke slams off the top of the cell onto the hay truck back 25 years ago, dude. Seriously.
Yep. The hay sacks are really
fucking stupid. Like, he throws a temper tantrum, then it's like, oh, Rikishi's giving us shit. We gotta appease him. Give Jey Uso the win tonight to get Cody Rhodes in the King Ring semis. Like, fuck Rikishi. His takes are terrible. Makes me glad Rikishi's not a part of the creative in the company. If he was, I'd call him right out. Fuck Rikishi. Seriously.
Yeah, he's never really been good with booking anyways. He's the same guy.
Like Russo, Bischoff, Disco. Like, and Adam Carl would say this, my buddy from the Forbidden Podcast. If he was here, he'd say it. Throw them in the bin. Their takes are awful. And they should be and with their terrible takes should be nowhere near professional wrestling. That like what an awful fucking take, bro. Seriously. Just like Rikishi, Teddy Long, and Bischoff, Russo, Disco Inferno. Seriously, throw them all in the fucking bin. Throw them right in the damn trash bin. Coachman, the same thing. Disco Inferno, Vince Russo. Throw them in the bin. Right in the fucking bin.
Ladies and gentlemen, too, I thought this was really funny.
Braun Street won the Fatal 4-Way main event tonight and get Cody Rhodes. Why Jey Uso? He just lost the world title a week ago, correct? Why is he in this match? And why did he win? And why is he wrestling Cody Rhodes next week? Why? Yeah, Mitch went to bed.
Now, with that being said, I do have something funny because this is another thing people
I'm in
are
some
upset
fucking
about.
mood tonight.
Oh, I can see that. But here's something that'll make you laugh, though. Someone did this. I don't think you can see it very well, but it's Triple H.
I see Visa, FTX.
It's a suit with all kinds of ads, but yeah, guys, there's a lot of things to be frustrated with Raw right now, or with WWE, with too many ads, too many,
tonight.
Yeah, Jey Uso winning, too many ads.
It's like they're afraid Rikishi's going to go to The Rock. Dude, fuck The Rock. Fuck Dwayne, that bald fraud. Fuck him. And Rikishi.
That bald fraud.
Yeah.
Well, folks, the other thing to be mad about. The other thing to be mad about, folks, is Goldberg is back, and he will be facing Gunther for his last ever match.
Who? Oldberg? You mean Oldberg? Yeah. The same guy who gets gassed out in 2 minutes. He's limping to the ring. He can't even get in the fucking ring.
Yeah.
And this guy's going to wrestle Goldberg for the world title on July 12th in Atlanta, Saturday night's main event. Oh, joy. Going to be a long 3 weeks with that shit. Thank God.
Now, do you think he's going to win, though?
Last fucking match, dude.
With his last match, do you think he's going to win it?
Oh, hell no. Hell no. Because Gunther's
Some people are liking this.
Gunther is going into SummerSlam as world champion. No questions asked. We ain't giving that shit to Goldberg. Fuck that.
Some people do like the decision, though, and I think,
Dude, the people that want Goldberg as champion, they don't know any better, dude.
Well, I don't
fucking idea.
People think he's going to do the job, though. And I think he'll do the job. Personally, with a guy like Gunther, I think he'll do the job.
But Gunther,
I don't know.
need the title.
Do what?
Goldberg doesn't need it. He's going to put Gunther over.
Well, he don't need it, but there's plenty of other times he didn't need it and he won it. And the thing is, though, I think this time he'll do the job. I think with the Vince McMahon era gone, I think he'll put the guy over. I really think so.
Wait, Goldberg put Gunther over?
I think Goldberg will put Gunther over.
And as he should.
Last match, Triple H era.
Yeah,
fuck Gunther is super over. Yeah, I think Goldberg will do the job. Now, if this was Vince McMahon, we'd probably see a different story. To be honest with you,
I mean, dude, I will never again. I'm in some mood tonight. I will never forget Goldberg burying Bray Wyatt at Super Showdown right before the COVID pandemic. He could have easily. Oh, but Goldberg, it's not his fault. The Fiend got buried at Super Showdown 2020. Goldberg had no power say at the time. Bullshit. He had all the power in that company at that time, all the power than a lot of people in that company. He could have easily went to Vince McMahon and say, Vince McMahon, Bray Wyatt, he's red hot. I don't think I should take the title off him. It's not a good idea. It's right I put him over. No, he didn't do that. Because, I need to be a superhero for all the little kiddies, and I can't have my image forever tarnished if I lose to Bray Wyatt. I got to be a superhero for all the little kids out there.
The kids that didn't even know he was a thing, they don't even know what WCW is.
No, they didn't even know.
They can't even name the. I guarantee if I ask a kid, what is Diamond Dallas Page's, like specific, not even DDP, Diamond Dallas Page, what's his finisher? And some of these kids can't even fucking say it.
Diamond Cutter.
Yeah.
Basically,
you got it.
Standing
RKO, but the kids won't.
RKO became the RKO, pretty much.
They called it a cutter before it was the RKO too, but now everybody sees it as an RKO, not a cutter.
Yeah. But we're getting Goldberg and Gunther officially set for the world title. Atlanta, Georgia, Saturday night's main event, July 12th. Will probably be commercials. It's the same day as AEW All in Texas and the NXT Great American Bash. That same day. I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing Saturday night's main event watch along for that show. Definitely NXT Great American Bash. Not sure about All in Texas because that shit's going to be 6 fucking hours. I can tell you that. But Gunther and Goldberg is set for Saturday night's main event July 12th. And that is Goldberg's retirement match. Thank fucking God. That is his last match.
Yep.
Dude, Goldberg couldn't even get in the fucking ring. He couldn't even climb the ropes to do his pose. He was like you've seen him limping. And apparently he's injured himself in training. Maybe that's God telling Mr. Bill Goldberg, hey, listen, Bill, it's time to retire. Maybe it's not worth the retirement match. I think your time is done.
Yeah. Although it would have been nice for his last match to be against Cena, not Gunther.
Wow. I don't know about, Cena, I don't know. There would be, it's going to, Cena and Goldberg, I mean, like Cena, but I mean, it would be the match would be the match would not be good unless you do it 2-3 minutes because Goldberg can't wrestle for more than 2-3 minutes in the match, or he gets blown up real easily because his cardio is dog shit. It is
Brock Lesnar that shit.
Well, at least Brock Lesnar more than a few minutes can go in the ring. Goldberg can't go in the ring for shit. He can't.
Let's see let's ask
Bret Hart. Let's just ask Bret Hart. He was forced to retire after a Goldberg super kick botch years ago. Remember that? In the late 90s in WCW. Remember that shit, Phyro?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Even Bret Hart said, like, he even said about Goldberg, it's like wrestling. You pretty much could wrestle a real gorilla.
Well, let's be for real, though. Bret Hart bitched about everything.
I mean, he's not wrong about Goldberg, though. He's an unsafe worker. He doesn't know how to fucking wrestle.
Never has. He was a big guy for his... He was big because he was a football player.
Yeah. And he was basically he was basically the rip-off Stone Cold. Like, he was WCW, like how WWF had Stone Cold. WCW's answer was Bill Goldberg. He basically had black underwear trunks like Steve Austin, black knee pads.
Well,
they were bald, goatee. They were both badasses.
Here's what pissed me off about the whole thing is the fact that the thing that pissed me off is he would actually tell people, which told me he was unsafe on purpose. And he was just in that mentality of, well, that's just how the wrestling business is. He would literally tell people when he would deliver the spear to protect yourself because when I spear you, it's going to hurt. That's not how you treat talent. That's not how you tell these people, like, he would tell Dolph is, clench yourself or whatever the fuck. Or I think he was like open or something, but like, protect yourself basically. And I'm just sitting here like, you don't know how to fucking actually do a spear properly, do you?
And he played football too, you would think. They do tackles a lot in football, you would think.
But that's the thing. Tackling in football isn't scripted.
No.
It's not something that you can like if you're spearing somebody, you're not supposed to just put your full freaking force into it to hurt the guy. In football, you are.
Exactly. And just Goldberg in general was never a good wrestler. All these people, look at Goldberg and his undefeated streak in WCW. He was an icon. He was a great wrestler. No, he was unpurposely injuring people a lot. He was a dangerous in-ring worker. He was not that good in the ring. He can't wrestle for more than 2 or 3 minutes in matches. He only did like 2 moves, spear and a jackhammer. That's it. He's 2 moves of doom. You thought Cena was 5 moves of doom in his prime. Look at Bill Goldberg and his 2 moves of doom. Spear, jackhammer. That's all he does. Even his first WWE run from 03 to 04 was not that good. His match with Brock Lesnar in Madison Square Garden WrestleMania 20 was not a good match at all. It was bad. It was fucking bad, dude. Even with Steve Austin as the referee, could not have saved that fucking stinker, that fucking shithole of a match. That's how bad it was. And again, like I said, I'll never forget or forgive Goldberg burying Bray Wyatt at Super Showdown in 2020. He should have put Bray Wyatt as the Fiend over, and he refused. 3 minutes he buried Bray Wyatt. 4 spears. He no-sold the mandible claw twice. Then he hits 4. He first no-sells the mandible claw twice from Bray Wyatt. Then he hits Bray with 4 spears and a jackhammer. It was basically a vertical suplex. It wasn't even a jackhammer. And he couldn't even pick up Bray almost for that vertical suplex / jackhammer. And then that was it. And the Fiend got buried, was never the same after that. Dead.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you said on the Raw Watch Long, that was the moment that got you to that made you stop watching wrestling for a while.
No, that wasn't the moment, but that was one of the moments where I was like, man, I'm glad I stopped watching. This is fucking bullshit. What really got me to stop watching was just, it was back in late 2018 where I just couldn't take the bullshit bad booking. Because a lot of people say that it was 2019 that really started the bad booking, but to be honest with you,
both were. It
was really the end of 2018. Yeah, 2018 at the beginning was fine, and I was watching in 2018 the most I could, but at one point it just got to the point where they did the heel turn with Ambrose really shitty. I caught that, and then they did a lot of stuff like they were like Raw was in Kansas City in I believe early 2019 or late 2018 where they had Ambrose outside in Kansas City. And he was just talking about how it was just such a dumpster city. I'm just sitting there like, what the fuck is this shit? Like, this isn't Street Dog Ambrose. Like, Moxley fucking lived in this type of environment in CCW, and all of a sudden he can't stand it anymore. That's fucking. Yeah. That's not John fucking Moxley. That's not Dean Ambrose.
No, that's not.
And then they had. The women's main event match it felt very forced. It was not good. I like Kofi Mania. That was something I could appreciate. But yeah, they got the main event for 35 completely wrong. And then they just did a lot of stupid shit with Brock. Like I was still up to date on things, but I wasn't watching because it just was so bad. The new talent coming in wasn't good, and it just shit the bed really bad.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not happy Goldberg's back, but I mean, it is what it is. He's getting his retirement match at Saturday night's main event in Atlanta, Georgia's home state on July 12th. I'm not happy about it. I don't like it, but it's his last match. Thank God. We got 3 weeks of this, and he'll be done after that. Thank God for that. Goldberg he's one of the most greediest motherfuckers in pro wrestling, dude. Like, he thinks he's owed a retirement match, bro. Let me tell you something, Bill Goldberg. The WWE doesn't owe you fucking shit. They don't owe you jack fucking shit, Bill. They gave you, when Vince was in charge, the Universal title in early 2020. Then they gave you a match with Roman in Saudi at the 2022 Elimination Chamber. And that's not enough for you, Bill? That's not enough? Fucking awful, selfish fucking wrestler, dude. Seriously. Fuck Bill Goldberg.
Yeah.
I'm done ranting about Goldberg. I'm in some mood. I'm not ranting about Goldberg any longer. I'm already heated with that shit.
Yeah. Let's move on to some crazy news. Actually, what happened tonight? Liv Morgan apparently is injured, and we don't know the severity of the injury, but we do know she left with a doctor, and they went into commercial break. It was very sports broadcast like, so it was probably real. It was probably real, unless they're trying to fill something with a storyline on with the Judgment Day, trying to find something with that. But I mean, who knows at this point? It's kind of secretive right now. But I mean, what do you think, Nick? Do you think this is just something they're doing, or do you think that this is do you think this is real, or do you think this is just a storyline?
I wish I could tell you. I'm hoping the injury is not that serious, because if it is, that is a major blow to that Raw Women's division, man. And this storyline recently, as of late, with Liv and Roxanne, they have Raquel involved, and then Liv Morgan's been the MVP of the women's division overall on the main roster since the beginning of the year, since losing the women's world title back to Rhea on the first Raw on Netflix this past early January. And since then, Liv Morgan's been the MVP of the entire women's division main roster as a whole since the beginning of the year, pretty much. And if she goes down and she's out for a long time, that's really gonna hurt. That's really gonna hurt that Raw women's division a lot, because she is a big part of that division as of late. Has been that since the beginning of the year, and she's really come into her own, man. And it would be a damn shame if she's out for quite a long time. I'm hoping the injury's not that serious. Maybe they still have her on TV. If it is serious, they have her on TV, but like they have Raquel fight for Liv against Roxanne, and then when Liv's cleared, we finally get Liv versus Roxanne, and Raquel can turn on Liv to join Roxanne when Liv is healthy. But that's if it's the injury's that bad. Hopefully it's not. Hopefully it's just a minor thing. But if there are any injury updates on Liv Morgan, we'll let you know. I will say, though, and I said this on the Raw watch long a while ago, and don't take this the wrong way. I don't hate Kairi Sane. I don't. But she was involved in an angle in a match where Zoe Stark got injured. That was Kairi's fault for being out of position when Zoe Stark injured her leg really bad, going into Money in the Bank several weeks ago. Now she's in a match with Liv Morgan, and the injury situation happens this time to Liv Morgan. I don't know what's up with Kairi Sane, but since she's been back, there's not just been bad luck with her involving her opponents getting injured. I don't know what it is with Kairi, or something is up, and it's not good. I don't know what the deal is, but I'm not blaming Kairi. I don't hate her. She's a sweetheart. I've met her in real life. She's a sweetheart. I just don't know what's been happening. It's like something feels off with Kairi Sane. It really does. I don't know what it is. But again, don't take it the wrong way, and don't take me out of context. It's just I've been feeling this lately with Kairi Sane.
Right.
Like she's just going through the motions. Like no one really cares for her lately. No one cares for her lately. She doesn't want to be there. I don't know what the freaking deal is with Kairi. I don't know if like maybe move her to SmackDown, NXT. I don't know what the deal is. Maybe it's the theme music. Maybe give her back her CFO Money theme song like it did with Asuka tonight. And you see how Asuka was receptive tonight. Maybe that's the way to go. I don't know. But something feels off with Kairi. Something is not right.
I mean, yeah, like it's not going to be an instant change, but It's definitely going to be something to work on. I mean, you can't. My thing is, you can't bring somebody back and instantly give them a push. That is, especially somebody who isn't really established like that yet. I feel like she's getting a lot of big matches very early.
Hasn't even gotten her feet wet. She's been out for what, like several months? Something like that. Or Asuka has been back she's been out for over a year, and look at the match she had. Now, granted, it was a fatal 4-way, but look at what she did. I don't think she's lost a step as Asuka, and I'm actually happy to see her back. I don't know if about Kyrie. Maybe things have passed her by because they just called up Stephanie Batcare, Julia. They're gonna call up Jordan Grace. You know that. They called up Roxanne Perez. Like, things have passed Charlotte by. Do you think maybe things have passed Kyrie by because she just hasn't? She's something's been off with her lately. I don't know. And
I don't know, and I don't know if she had enough time. Really,
look at the position Io's in and Asuka's in. Clearly, the company loves Io and Asuka, but Kyrie just wrong. It feels like wrong place, wrong time.
I mean, yeah.
Maybe things have passed Kyrie Sane by. I don't know.
Well, it's hard to say right now. I definitely think she should just lay low a little bit. Not really get into big matches anymore, but until then, I think she should definitely. There's something to figure out here, but moving on though, we have I thought was really funny AJ Styles stealing the Intercontinental Championship from Dominic Mysterio. That was funny.
He had a good match tonight with JD McDonough, by the way, with a Styles Clash right in the middle of Slim Jim ring, and then McDonough, Dominic surround him. Then AJ, like, he escapes them, but with the Dominic's IC title, pretty much stealing the IC title. And we got Dominic Mysterio versus AJ Styles set for Night of Champions officially for the Intercontinental title. I like it. So you get the fourth match for Night of Champions. They maybe add a fifth, depending on Liv Morgan's injury situation. If she's not that hurt, she was involved in an opening segment with Io Sky. Maybe Io versus Liv at Night of Champions for the Women's World title. If Liv Morgan's injury is not that serious, that could be a fifth match, depending on Liv's injury situation. But that's another thing. But AJ and Dominic for the Intercontinental title Night of Champions, I don't mind it. I don't mind it at all.
Yeah.
And might I say, the Intercontinental title looks damn good on AJ Styles.
Oh, yeah. Oh, when I was seeing that thing, the blue, and everything on it, man, it is very nice. I don't think they're going to give him a championship match yet, or not championship match. I don't think they're going to give him the title yet, but, I mean, yeah, that would be, if there's anybody to do it, then it's definitely, it's definitely AJ. Dude is absolutely ridiculous with the championship, and he deserves it. I think he deserves it.
Absolutely. Him, Balor, maybe Balor beats him for it at SummerSlam, then AJ takes it off him. Who knows? There's a lot of possibilities they could do. And I'm liking the Raw mid card for the men for the IC title. And it's not been bad since it's not been this for the first in a long time, for the first time, in a long time, how do I say it? For a long time until now, if their mid card on Raw is not bad. With AJ, Balor, Dominic, Penta now involved. That's not a bad mid card on Monday Night Raw, dude.
No, that was a great Raw. And it's weird because Nick Aldis, last time he was doing Raw, was really bad. And then now he actually produced a really good Raw.
Yeah, SmackDown and Nick Aldis filled in for Adam Pearce again tonight.
Found it funny too. There were some SmackDown guys on Raw this week, so he brought a few guys. He brought a few people over.
Yeah,
I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, but mention Liv and Dominic. They opened the show. Io Sky interrupted. She yelled something in Japanese as well. I think to Liv and Dominic as well with Io Sky. And then Io kicked Liv and then Dominic right in the head. They mentioned Nikki Bella, but I don't know where it goes. Hopefully it does. Hopefully Liv Morgan, though, like I said, she was in the match with Kairi Sane, lost to Kairi, but Liv got injured pretty bad. Apparently it's a dislocated shoulder. The commentators mentioned. All I can say is I'm hoping the injury is not that serious and we can have Liv still on TV. So that is all I will say. So hopefully the diagnosis is not that bad, and hopefully we can get Liv still on TV. We can get this Liv and Roxanne thing going into SummerSlam, because I think that's where it leads. If Liv is not that badly injured, then I'm saying this: Liv and Io, Night of Champions, Liv and Raquel versus the Bellas for the women's tag titles at Evolution, then leads to Liv versus Roxanne at SummerSlam, where Raquel can turn on Liv at SummerSlam in Liv Morgan's hometown in New Jersey. Maybe. Mm-hmm. That's maybe what you could do. Maybe eventually, now this may be far-fetched, maybe Raquel with Roxanne feuding with Liv, maybe for a tag match, maybe Liv Morgan can get a mystery partner, maybe AJ Lee. I don't know. I don't know how much sense that would make, but just a thought.
Yeah.
But maybe I'm thinking too far-fetched on that. But we also got the Queen of the Ring first round match. Asuka, Stephanie Batcare, Raquel Rodriguez, and Ivy Nile, man. And Asuka has her CFO Money theme song back, by the way. I like it. I like it a lot.
It is perfect.
Her Jeff Rebel theme song, but her CFO Money from Black and Gold was always the better one. Always. Yeah. Def Rebel just doesn't know how to make wrestling music. Like, most of their songs are very miss. Only very few are a hit. Whereas CFO Money, they rarely miss. Asuka, look at her theme song from CFO Money with Black and Gold and NXT, when she was the longest reigning NXT Women's Champ in history before Shayna Baszler. Like, look at Asuka's theme music. Look at Sasha Banks, even before the Snoop Dogg thing with Sasha Banks' CFO Money theme. Kevin Owens, the Street Profits before they got Def Rebel. Becky Lynch is another one. Sami Zayn, Paige, AJ Styles, Finn Balor, Catch Your Breath, Shinsuke Nakamura, Samoa Joe. The list goes on and on and on, dude. It really does. Like, Asuka got her theme music back from CFO Money, thank goodness. Can we also get Sheamus's Written in My Face theme music back to please? Seriously? His Def Rebel music is trash, and so is Bayley's. Role Model. Like, it's Bayley's garbage.
Bad, yeah.
It's not good music at all. It's not music. That's just laziness. And apparently I'm hearing Braun Breaker is probably going to get a new theme song by Limp Bizkit, who wrote the Undertaker's Rollin' theme song when he was the American Badass 24 years ago, which was a banger kick-ass theme, by the way. You heard Seth Rollins making a new theme with a new musician artist as well. We'll see what happens. But also Adam Jones of Tool has recently produced a theme song for Penta and Ray Phoenix. Their theme, actually, Penta's by Tool is not bad, and neither is Phoenix. Penta's I prefer better, but Adam Tool Jones, apparently, Triple H tweeted out earlier today about Adam Jones of Tool. Maybe they bring Adam Jones and Tool in to replace Def Rebel, or with CFO Money theme music coming back like Asuka tonight, and maybe a little Def Rebel guitar like effects where it's not as bad. I don't know. Maybe, you know what I would also probably do? Bring back Jim Johnston. I don't know what he's doing. Just pay him the right money and bring him back and put him in the Hall of Fame, because he truly deserves it. He deserves the Hall of Fame, though. Look at the music he's done for Undertaker, RVD, Kane, Booker T, Shawn Michaels. List goes on and on. JBL, Randy Orton. List goes on and on.
They can't afford the guy.
He's made so many iconic theme songs years ago. Like, when the music is by Jim Johnston, there is an identity to it, like CFO Money. When a music from CFO Money or Jim Johnston music hits, you know exactly who it is. Def Rebel, Everything feels the same and it's just generic. There's no identity whatsoever. Like a music theme song for a wrestler is so important because you look at a lot of wrestlers these days, a lot of them are deaf rebelled, no reaction from the crowd, and you wonder why they don't get over. I feel like it's a big problem in WWE today that they really need to fix.
Oh,
I feel. I don't know how you feel about it. That's how I feel.
I mean, yeah, it would be nice to get CFO back, or it would be nice to get Jim Johnson. I think the issue is money. I think the music is definitely horrible. I think it's trying to kind of. They're trying to be as like a newer, a modern day dubstep. They're trying to do music that fits in this generation kids. But the problem is, the shit the kids and teenagers listen to these days, it just fucking sucks. It's horrible music, you know. And you put a music group that's trying to fit that narrative, you get shitty music, and that's why it's like, it doesn't work, man. It doesn't work, and the music for these guys don't work. Even with Bronson Reed, he needs to get new music. The music that they give him is fucking awful and doesn't fit his character at all.
Yeah, I mean, look at like we
Battle
mentioned.
tested, yeah. Like, what the fuck is that?
That's not. I actually can tolerate that, but Bailey's. I'm sorry,
No, I can't tolerate.
That shit's got to fucking change.
I'd rather have Bailey's than.
It's just.
I'd rather have Bailey's than Bronson Reed's.
Well, I mean, I kind of think Bronson Reed is better, but that's my opinion. But look at other themes. Naomi, her CFO money, not CFO money, her Def Rebel theme before she turned heel early this year. NAOM. It's just dumb. Or it's Tiffy time.
By the way, we just got this message. If you would like, Mitch is the guy to talk to. We also have a Hardcore Sports Network. We have a Twitter, Hardcore Sports Network. Go ahead and talk to the guy named Mitch. And I forgot his name for some reason. I don't talk to him very often, so that's probably why. He's the guy that helped find. He was a co-founder of this network. But go ahead and talk to Mitch, and he will help you out with the information. Discord as well. We have a Hardcore Sports Network. We have a Discord for that, and we have a Twitter. So go ahead and do that if you will. Thank you very much.
Thank you. But yeah,
I have a feeling that might be like a spam message, but I mean, hey, if someone's wanting to help us, and by all means,
run it through Mitch, see what he says.
Yep.
You know, he would know. But anyways, back to what I was saying, that even the Tiffany Stratton music is not that good. It's Tiffy time. I hate it. I think you almost vomited during the Raw watch long when I mentioned it.
Yeah, I did. It was it's stupid. It's very kid-like. It's very, look at me, I'm on a dance show. It's very Dance Moms.
It's Tiffy time. It's just obnoxious.
It's like that one girl that it's like that one popular girl that tries too fucking hard. I'm special. I'm pretty. Look at me.
It's just fucking awful, dude. So bad. They got to change that fast. But
that's
we
why
go
I
back
like
to the Stephanie Becker, Asuka, Ivy Now, Raquel Rodriguez first round fatal 4-way match for the Queen of the Ring. Some good stuff. Stephanie Becker, very creative. A devil's kiss to Raquel Rodriguez on the apron, man. Very creative from Stephanie Becker. Love Stephanie Becker. I mean, she is so fucking awesome. I'm telling you, she's gonna be big. She is going to be a women's world champ in the very near future on this division. Mark my words. And she's only getting started.
Yep.
You know? But she didn't win, though. Asuka wins. Raquel Rodriguez. Ivy Now wasn't too bad in this match either, but Raquel hit a Tahana bomb on Stephanie. I thought Raquel was going to win. Then you see Rhea Ripley drag Raquel out of the ring, give Raquel Rodriguez a riptide on the outside. So Raquel cost Rhea her Queen of the Ring first round Fatal 4-Way match last week. And this week, what goes around comes around. And this week, this time, Rhea screws Raquel out of the Queen of the Ring. So we're probably going to get Rhea and Raquel in the near future. Maybe Evolution if hopefully Liv Morgan's not to hurt. Maybe we get Raquel and Rhea at some point in the near future. I could see that just based on what we saw tonight. We did after Rhea hit the riptide on Raquel on the outside, threw Raquel back in the ring. Asuka landed the running hip attack after running the ropes, and Asuka pinned Raquel Rodriguez for a 1-2-3. And Asuka is back. She wins, and she goes to the Queen of the Ring semifinals to wrestle SmackDown's Alexa Bliss. And Alexa and Asuka in the Queen of the Ring semis is going to be this Friday on SmackDown. Thoughts? And I predicted Asuka to win this, and I'm actually, honestly, that's the right move. It's too soon for Stephanie. Raquel's net wasn't going to win. Ivy wasn't going to win. I think Asuka was the right move. And I know Kairi lost her first match back, but Asuka's not Kairi saying, and I think the company, and I hate to say it, but it's the truth, the company values Asuka more than Kairi. Even they value Io more than Kairi. Those are just facts. I don't know how you feel about it.
Yeah, I mean, I think with Asuka, she's obviously established herself to prove that, to earn that. But Stephanie back here, I think, could have used it. I mean, I think Stephanie, if there is somebody like a Paige, I think she can be the Paige of this generation. I think she's somebody who has earned the right to have that kind of push. I do think it should have been Stephanie, but yeah, I mean, like you're saying too, like Asuka's somebody where if you do come back, she does have that star power. She does have that it factor where it makes sense if there was somebody returning with a big bang, it's Asuka. So I mean, all power to her. We'll see how things end up, but overall, I think Stephanie back here can for sure get some kind of shot this year, some kind of big push.
Yeah, and Stephanie wasn't pinned, which was great. She'll be just fine.
Yep.
She just got here. She is not getting pinned for a very long time, and she'll be more than fine. She will be a women's world champion again in the very near future. She will be more than fine.
Mm-hmm.
She'll be okay. So I'm not upset she won. In fact, if she were to win, then she'd have to win the whole thing because I honestly think Jade Cargill's winning the tournament. Where, like, if you think of this, would you rather do Jade and Stephanie in the final where neither one can lose, or would you rather Jade and Asuka where Asuka losing to Jade wouldn't be so offensive? It would be more okay. Like, at least Asuka could take a loss to Jade Cargill, where Stephanie back here just got here. She really can't lose to Jade Cargill, or if you do Jade and Stephanie, it's a lose-lose.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Stephanie needs to be protected for a while.
It's like you're booking yourself into a corner at that point. It's just reckless booking.
Now, if we did put Jade Cargill versus Stephanie together, I think Stephanie Cargill deserves to get the win over Jade for sure.
Yeah, but I
Jade
think
doesn't do shit.
Winning the tournament but I do think Jade Cargill's winning the tournament though, and there's rumors she's going to get a big monster push, and I believe those rumors. It looks like she'll probably win the tournament and get Tiffany at SummerSlam for the women's title, where Naomi cashes in.
She's not even good in the ring.
I know, but you see the vision where Naomi's going to cash in on Jade and Tiffany at SummerSlam, and you get Bianca going heel to join Naomi, and Naomi walks out of SummerSlam, New Jersey with the women's title. You just see the vision.
Yeah.
But the right woman won. And Asuka winning was the right move. Stephanie will be more than fine. Don't worry. Then we also had on the show, Bayley and Becky Lynch had a segment as well. This was actually some good stuff. I don't know how you feel, and I'm actually going to say this now. I'm going to drop this bombshell now. Current heel Becky Lynch is better than 2021 heel Becky Lynch. Facts. Because it was not that good. It was like cringe 4 years ago, and that was under Vince. I feel with this current heel Becky Lynch, it just comes off a lot better. Like she's more of a realist. Like she's just, I don't know what it is. It just comes off a lot better. And I've noticed that as of late with Becky.
Well,
she's had some really good promo segments with Lyra. She had a decent segment tonight with Bayley. It set up Bayley and Becky Lynch for the women's IC title on Raw next week, which I'm fine with. I thought we'd get it at Evolution or Night of Champions, which I think I would rather it be on Raw. And there's more story elements, potential paths you could go with this, because remember, Becky Lynch said she took out Bayley at WrestleMania. Becky brought up tonight, Bayley, when I took you out at WrestleMania, no one cared when I took you out. And also, when Nick Aldis made Bayley and Becky for next week, after that, Lyra comes up to Bayley and said, "What's going on, Bayley?" And Bayley said, "Sorry, Lyra, that I'm not answering your texts and calls." So what if, and I expect Lyra to honestly, this is just my opinion, I expect Lyra to win the belt back from Becky anyway. And when you do that, you have unfinished business with Lyra and Bayley, and you could turn Bayley heel again to beat the shit out of Lyra, and you do a heel Bayley and face Lyra feud for the IC title, possibly after SummerSlam, which I would have no problem with. And honestly, also Bayley's theme music sucks. And also about Bayley, I love Bayley, but honestly, she's not a bad face, but her better work is the heel. And the Raw Women's division doesn't have many heels, and if there's anyone that could really use a heel turn, it's Bayley.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. I think okay, it's all about timing. Let's say that for the thing with Becky, I think it's all about timing. Yeah. Back in the day, didn't work because of how popular she was. It also didn't work because in the time, the fans were chanting otherwise. They were seeing other results. Now, it's all about timing. Lyra Valkyria is the biggest thing right now. Why not Becky go after her when she's been in hiatus? Fuck yeah. You asshole. Thing with Bayley. Excuse me. I think the thing with Bayley is I think it would be weird if she went heel. I almost see maybe Lyra going heel instead.
She's getting a lot of steam though. Like a lot of people are getting behind her though. Do you really want to?
Are they really though? Are they really though?
They are kind of. Yeah, she's starting to come into her own though.
I've heard a lot of people. I've heard a lot of people say that she's getting stale.
I don't believe those people. She's really come into her own, and character-wise, she's really been bringing it. Character-wise, she's actually like really showing her inner character. Whereas before, it was just in-ring graps wrestling, where people just call her, "Oh, that's Bird Girl, Lyra Valkyria. She's Bird Girl." Where now you're starting to see the personality really come out, and Lyra's really starting to come out of her shell, and it's a really good, really great thing to see. She's been having good promos with Becky Lynch for the several weeks going into Backlash and Money in the Bank. And you now have her involved with Bayley and Becky. And I think Lyra is taking the belt back from Becky anyway. And then you could have Bayley attack Lyra, go heel, and you have Bayley and Lyra for the IC title. So...
yeah, but it is all about timing, though.
And Lyra has been getting a lot of shine lately. It's like this whole thing since the beginning. I honestly feel it's really benefited Lyra overall. It really.
I really think it's about timing, though. I don't think it's right to have any of them turn yet, but I do see a time in the future later this year where they can definitely. Yeah. They can definitely do that.
Yeah, well, I mean, first order business, have Lyra win the belt back from Becky, have Lyra and Chase, and eventually get the belt back, beating Becky, winning, becoming the 2-time women's IC champion, be the first one to do that, and win that belt back from Becky. Then they have a blow-off match. Lyra wins the feud. Maybe have some kind of like last woman standing or something like that, or whatever. They end the feud. Then Lyra can move on to Bayley, and then that's where you turn Bayley heel.
Yeah.
That would probably be the right time. And honestly, like I said, Bayley works better as a heel. I know she turned face a year ago, but look at what the Io and Bayley build going into WrestleMania 40. They didn't really get much like time to see what Bayley could do back as a face again, because obviously Rock took up a lot of fucking time with the build to Mania last year. Yeah, the final boss. Yeah, fuck the final boss.
Yeah.
And I don't know how you feel. This is just coming from me. I know Bayley and Io at WrestleMania 40 last year, Io was a heel, Bayley was a face. I honestly think the roles, it should have been Io as a face and Bayley as a heel. That's what I think should have been, just based off what we got with Bayley as a face and she's been face again. I think they should have kept Bayley heel and have Io be the face, because look at Io. She's over. Like, she's a baby face. She's over. Bayley as a face is kind of just, it's not hitting. It's really not hitting like it should be. It could be a lot better.
I think
Io was a face. Look at the overreaction she's getting, and she is truly over.
I think it could have worked. I think I would have liked Io versus Nia Jax. I think it would have saved a lot of time from the transition for the world title match.
Or Io as a face and Bayley as a heel. Maybe Io retains at Mania last year, then maybe wrestles Nia at SummerSlam last year. Maybe.
Well, I don't know. I mean, sure, but even let's say Bayley does win, I think at some point Io wins it back, so then she can face Nia. But I mean, it would have made more sense to me, because then Bayley would have had that like God complex after winning the Rumble, talk shit about Io, and then they have their match after kicking her out. It would almost be like, Batista but reversed, which would have been pretty cool to see.
Yeah. Instead, Bayley is a heel, Io is a face.
Yeah.
I feel like they got the roles wrong last year. I feel.
Probably. Yeah, I think so.
Heel Bayley just comes off much better. Look at what she did when she destroyed the Bayley buddies in late 2019. And then she yelled, the fans just said, screw all of you. Look at the heat she got. It was great. Then the stuff with Sasha throughout the 2020 pandemic. Bayley just comes off better as a heel. She just does. So I think that's where they go eventually, and they teased that tonight. And Becky really got in Bayley's head about that, so that's possible things to come in the future. So look out for that. We also got, like I mentioned earlier, AJ and Dominic for the IC title official for Night of Champions. Becky and Bayley next week on Raw for the women's IC title. They probably get Lyra Valkyria involved in that, probably. Kairi Sane beat Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan is potentially dislocated shoulder. Hopefully, again, like I said, hopefully Liv Morgan's not that hurt and we have her still on TV and hopefully not out for that long. So hopefully the injury's not that bad. So sending my prayers to Liv Morgan. Hopefully she's not that injured. We then get a recap from a promo from John Cena and CM Punk from SmackDown this past Friday. Really good stuff. Adam Carl and I were on that SmackDown watch party this past Friday. Go check that out after this video here. CM Punk, John Cena promo from this past Friday SmackDown. Really, really good stuff, man. Definitely recommend checking that out. And they're wrestling for the WWE title at Night of Champions in Saudi Arabia. Where CM Punk years ago, I'm never wrestling for Saudi for the blood money, and talk shit to The Miz about that years ago. Yet CM Punk's wrestling in Saudi. I mean, Punk's kind of sounds hypocritical, but then again, who really gives a shit?
He's kind of placed.
I don't really care about that.
I mean, he's kind of placed in a bad predicament, though. If he wants this match, if he wants to have, if he wants to seem flexible, this is going to be something he has to do. And I mean, I completely understand his decision. I am somebody that doesn't support, anything in Saudi Arabia over there, but I mean, that's not my call. So, and I think CM Punk finally accepted that too, where it's just not his call at the end of the day. And at the end of the day, you have to do what you have to do to get a title shot and to get the match you're wanting to get with Cena. Could it have waited? Sure, but I think it is nice to have that mind fuck where it's it's Cena that is playing the mind games on Punk, who is usually the one to use his voice to play the mind games. And I think Cena is just like, all right, you want to fight me again? You want to bring this rivalry back? All right, fuck you. We're taking you to the worst place imaginable.
And Cena actually got into Punk's head. All right, Punk, you want me? You're gonna have to come the Night of Champions. So it was actually brilliant heel move from Cena.
There's your favorite. There's your favorite.
Adam Carl, Cody Rhodes, Penta, Sami Zayn, LA Knight, going after Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. Could see El Grande Americano. Gracias, teaming with Seth and crew. More so to go after Penta. Maybe. He says, could see that being a 8-man tag on Raw in a few weeks. Possibly. Possibly, but we will see there. And shout out to Adam Carl, by the way.
Adam Carl, how's it going, man? How's it going?
What's up, Adam Carl? But yeah, as I was saying, it was a brilliant heel tactic by Cena, honestly. And might I say, since right before Money in the Bank, Cena, before that, his heel stuff wasn't really clicking at all. But the past couple weeks have actually, and especially since CM Punk's now been involved with Cena, and Punk said it best this past Friday on SmackDown, I'm here finally now to make your heel run and title reign interesting. I mean, that's a shoot from CM Punk. That's a shoot.
Yeah.
And anything Punk is in is must watch. And like I said, Punk's, I mean, hypocritical, said I'm never going to wrestle in Saudi. Now he wrestles in Saudi at Night of Champions against John Cena for the WWE title. I mean, it does sound hypocritical, but then again, who cares? And also, the Royal Rumble next January is in Saudi. No fucking way CM Punk's not on that show. You're just not going to pass that up. You imagine a Royal Rumble without CM Punk. WrestleMania eventually is going to be in Saudi. Imagine a Mania without Punk. Like, that's just not going to happen. So even if WrestleMania eventually comes to Saudi, like you're not going to have CM Punk not on WrestleMania. That's just never going to happen. So like you said, Punk's going to just have to live with it at this point. He has bosses now in TKO he has to answer to. And I mean, it may sound hypocritical, but at the end of the day, I don't care about that. CM Punk, at the end of the day, like, when he's on TV, it's must watch, and he's still a draw to this day in 2025. And the man is a living legend. Anything is on, like, is a must watch. Like, you can't miss this. And he's still a draw still to this day. That's how impactful CM Punk truly is to pro wrestling. I don't care what anyone says. I mean, is the guy a drama queen? Sure. But why do you care about that? He came back to WWE 2 years ago at the Survivor Series in 2023 when he said he'd never go back, and he bashed the company. And he came back to the company 2 years ago, the same company he bashed, and people labeled him a hypocrite. Okay, you're allowed to, but is he a hypocrite? Sure, but at the end of the day, who cares? Everyone lived, and everyone eventually got over that, and everyone should eventually get over this too, and I think they will. There's no difference. So why do you care about that? Again, that's just my takes on that. And one final match with Cena, you're not going to pass that up. Could have been on American soil, but if this eventually bleeds, this kind of like bleeds with the Cody and Cena stuff at SummerSlam, and if it leads to that, why do you care about Punk and Cena in Saudi? I mean, I don't like it, but again, like I said.
Yeah. No, and I mean, yeah, I can see that. I think at this point we can see. Well, hold on. Is this true though? Is this?
Wait, is this true, Adam Carl? Liv Morgan
is that a diagnosis that just came out?
Fuck.
Oh my god! Are you kidding me? So this is a real thing.
They should have never had Liv Morgan and Kairi Sane to begin with. What was even the point of that?
Fucking, I don't know. Okay, let me see. Let me look at the news. It's really weird because it did stop really weird, but I mean, I don't know if there's anything on Twitter.
To see this for myself.
8 to 16 weeks over an elbow. That I don't know. That's a little weird. It didn't look like a bad bump. That's the thing. It looked like the ordinary bump. Let's see on Twitter here. All right. Her tagline: "I wrestle once a week on Netflix." Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. There's nothing from Liv right now. Herself.
That sucks, man. Really does.
Some say that this one guy, Static, said Kyrie Sane while Liv Morgan. While Liv Morgan is dealing with a career-ending injury. I don't see how this is career-ending.
I don't see this as career ending at all, honestly. I'm wishing Liv Morgan a speedy recovery if that's true. Hopefully not, but we will see. But
Someone said, please.
But I wish Liv Morgan nothing but the best, though.
Someone said, please take all of Liv Morgan's pain and give it to Logan Paul.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
Moving on, the backstage segment with Karrion Kross and Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn cut a really good backstage promo. Eventually to Sami Kross. Apparently Karrion Kross has a contract coming up in a few months. I heard nothing yet about them re-signing him or not. I'm hoping and then praying to God they re-sign him. Just letting him go would be stupid, especially with what he's doing now. So I'm hoping they give him what he wants and they keep him. So we then move on to the Jey Uso, Rusev, Sheamus, Bronson Reed, Fatal 4-Way King of the Ring first round match. Jey Uso won this thing after Bronson Reed tried to go for a tsunami. LA Knight cost him the match. We get Bronson Reed tried a tsunami. He crashed and burned. Jey Uso did a spear. Uso splash won. Then a second Uso splash for a 1-2-3. Jey Uso wins this. I had my little rant earlier about Jey Uso winning. You want to hear that again, go back and watch the earlier part of the show for that. I don't like Jey Uso winning this. It's nasty business, but it does at least, I will say this though, it does give some unpredictability because Jey and Cody are in the semis for the King of the Ring semi on Raw next week. Jay's not beating Cody. Let's be real. Cody's not losing to Jey. And there is some unpredictability in story and history because Jey Uso got traded to Raw 2 years ago. Who made that happen? Cody Rhodes. And Cody and Rhodes and Jey Uso are also both former tag team champions. So there's a story and history there with Cody and Jey. And I do expect Cody to beat Jey next week on Raw and go to the King of the Ring finals to wrestle either Randy Orton or Sami Zayn. Now, I'm going Sami Zayn to win the whole King of the Ring tournament because of the Saudis. But if we get Cody and Orton in the King of the Ring finals, I would have no issue with it. And you have Cody possibly win the King of the Ring, beating Orton in the finals if that happens. And Cody beats Cena to win back the WWE title at SummerSlam, and Cody beats Orton in the King of the Ring finals. That can tease Orton getting jealous, and then when Cody wins the belt back from Cena at SummerSlam, you can have Cody and Orton feud over the WWE title on SmackDown throughout the rest of 2025. Randy Orton goes heel, and he turns on Cody, and that can tease the Orton jealousy and go and teasing the heel turn. And after SummerSlam, when Cody regains the WWE Championship off John Cena, post SummerSlam, Orton can go heel, turn on Cody, and they can feud for the title throughout the rest of the year. Maybe give the belt, maybe give Orton another title reign, and have him hold the title through like going to the rest of 2025. Then we go into the 2026 Royal Rumble in Saudi. Cody could always win the belt back from Orton there. Cody can still go into Mania next year as the champion, and we get Cody and Punk for the WWE title next year in April at WrestleMania 42. So that's what they could do. And I think R-Truth also factors, or Ron Killings factors, into costing Cena the title against Cody at SummerSlam. If we get Ron Killings and John Cena feuding post SummerSlam, and then when they have their big match, like big blow-off match after SummerSlam, I feel then that's when we get Cena going babyface again. And then the rest of the few months of his retirement tour, he's a face and he enjoys he has a fun ride few months left before he retires. And John Cena retires as a babyface, as he should. That's how I feel. That's what they could do. Because also remember, R-Truth cost Orton the title against Cena at Backlash. Cody and R-Truth could befriend each other with Orton, and Orton can get jealous. And that's how Orton can turn on Cody Rhodes coming out of SummerSlam when Cody's a WWE champion again. That could be another thing to think about.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see.
And
that's really.
Let me share my screen real quick, folks. We have the news right here. So this is from PW Insider, and it was Adam Carl to say this, but yeah, it is 100% real. And yeah, it looks like upwards of 16 weeks due to the dislocation. Let me see. So it's not going to be, I mean, it's more of a prediction than really a final say, but it could be a couple months. Actually, that's longer. That's 4 months. 2 to 4 months that we could be without Liv Morgan.
That'd be a damn shame if that happens.
And it's weird. It's over. It's literally over. Like, I don't know, man. It feels weird. Like it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad of a deal. Like it was just a random, or not random. It was just the most typical bump you can take. I don't know if Liv fell wrong. I don't know, but it was the most. I don't know. It feels like something that has been taken so much by so many, even Liv Morgan herself, and that one. There's always that thing, like that one accident can really hurt, you know?
Yeah. And Adam Carl says in the chat, what if Cody wins King of the Ring? He beats Cena at SummerSlam, only for Seth Rollins to cash in his Money in the Bank post-match and wins the WWE title from Cody. Maybe. But I'm thinking Sami Zayn and Gunther at SummerSlam for the world title. Sami wins the world title off Gunther, a la Daniel Bryan SummerSlam 2013, where he beat John Cena for the WWE title to win the WWE title for the first time. Sami beats Gunther to win the world title for the first time at SummerSlam. And Seth cashes in on Sami, takes the world title off Sami to Seth. Seth Rollins holds the world title from SummerSlam this year up until Mania next year, where he drops it to Sami after Sami Zayn wins the Rumble next January in Saudi. Then Sami can beat Seth for the world title next year in Vegas at WrestleMania 42. I think that would be great television right there.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be great television.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely going to happen. It's definitely going to be Cody Rhodes, but it's just, man, I don't want it to be. I'll be honest with you. Tired of seeing that guy all the time. Like,
who, Cody Rhodes or Jey Uso?
Shit, both.
Well, Cody Rhodes is not bad, though. Jey Uso, he's just a fucking catchphrase. One word, 4 letters. Yeet. Yeah, and Yeet Man's no longer world champion. Thank God. I don't give a shit what anyone says. Gunther beating him last week was the right fucking move. I don't care what anyone says. If Gunther would have lost to Jey Uso again last week on Raw, that would have killed all of Gunther's credibility and his character, and the guy would have been fucking buried, never to recover. That would have been really, really bad. So I'm glad Gunther beat him last week. But last week's Raw wasn't here for the Raw post show. Last week's Raw, really great Raw last week. One of the best Raws all year for Raw last week. This week's Raw wasn't as good as last week. It was okay. Not much.
No.
The show wasn't bad, but there wasn't much.
I mean, I think this show was really good, but I mean, nothing touches last week. That show last week was really good. Really good.
Yeah.
Show after a pay-per-view, and it delivered massively, you know?
Yeah. But now we have Raw next week. Bayley, Becky Lynch for the Women's IC title. Jade Cargill, Roxanne Perez, Queen of the Ring semifinals. Cody Rhodes, Jey Uso, King of the Ring semifinals. I think next week's Raw honestly looks better than this week's Raw, honestly. That's just me. But anyways, guys, that is that for the Raw post-show chaos coverage here on YouTube on Furious Nation and the Hardcore Sports Network. So, guys, we need you to do us a favor. Hit
Big
the
favor.
like on the video. Hit the like on the video. Subscribe to Furious Nation and Hardcore Sports. And thank you, everyone who subscribed to me the past several days. Now we got at least 6 subscribers. At 225 subscribers now. Let's keep that up. And thank you so much for the support and continued support. It is greatly, greatly appreciated. And hit the bell for all notifications as well when you do subscribe to Furious Nation. That way you're notified when I go live and etc. etc. So make sure you hit that bell for all notifications when you do subscribe to Furious Nation. Go follow me on social media: X, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok at Furious Nation, Facebook Nicholas Fury 31, Instagram at Nicholas Fury 2014, X or Twitter at Fury Nick 579. Go follow Phyro on social media, X as well. And we appreciate you guys showing up here. You guys are the best. And we will see you next time here on YouTube for more good content on the channel. We got Queens of the Ring tomorrow. We got Hot Takes and Headlocks this Thursday. We got the Phenomenal Breakdown as well. We got the SmackDown Watch Party. Myself and Mitch. Mitch will be back for the SmackDown Watch Party this Friday. He took the week off last week, but this week he'll be back. Sami Zayn, Randy Orton, King of the Ring semi this Friday. Asuka, Alexa Bliss, Queen of the Ring semi this Friday on SmackDown as well. John Cena versus Ron Killings this Friday on SmackDown also. So looking like a decent show this Friday on SmackDown. And Mitch and I will definitely be in the house for the SmackDown Watch Party this Friday during SmackDown. And we appreciate you guys once again for showing up. You guys are awesome. And we will see you very soon here on the channel for more good YT content.
Well, a little more from me real quick before we head out. So obviously you guys see that there is a name change on my channel that has recently came. It is now Son Network, SSAWN, which stands for Stuff Such and Whatnot. And the most important key is, don't forget the whatnot. So if you guys like the channel name, definitely let me know. Yeah, so the other news is I will be having a new stop motion coming up on my channel this week. Hopefully this week I should be able to get it edited, and I should be able to get it out there quickly. But it is going to be CM Punk versus Sting in a grudge match. CM Punk being managed by Roddy Piper, and Sting managed by AJ Styles. Of course, last year at my WrestleMania was CM Punk versus AJ in the main event for the EHW Championship. And now they meet again, but not in the same way. So if you guys like this NWO stuff, if you guys like this trilogy that's going on with CM Punk and Sting and CM Punk and AJ Styles, hit the like button, go on to my channel, go on to Furious Nation, and like, comment, subscribe on everybody. But just make sure you guys definitely check out my my match with Sting versus CM Punk. Big match, big moments, and a lot planned for EHW and Son Network, SSAWN Network. Thank you all for tuning in. Don't miss all the fun stuff coming up this week, and SmackDown as well. Everything going on. And yeah, that is all from Nick and Phyro.